The CEOs of multiple charities saw record salaries last year. That means that these charities are absolutely raking it in.
And I want some of that. That's why I've come here to the source of the action to get me some of the profits. The plan is genius.
Step 1. Purchase items. Step 2. Sell those items for a profit. Step 3. Buy a yacht. That yacht is so real.
Oh wow,
that's
so much money on your Kairan. That's definitely real.
I should just say the budget for this challenge is £50, so that's what I've got to spend. Get as many items as I can, or potentially not many items. I've got 2 potential strategies and I'm not sure which one's going to work best. So there's 2 potential strategies that I said that I had for doing this. One strategy is going to be to buy lots of cheap items, hoping to make small profits on each one. The other strategy is to potentially buy 1 or 2 more expensive items. More risky, but could be higher reward. One of the things I have done to my advantage is I've come to one of the slightly better off areas. So I've actually come to Beverley to film this video instead, because richer areas tend to donate more expensive stuff to charity shops. I actually used to work around here a lot of years ago, and I found a £100 Ralph Lauren shirt for a £5 in one of the shops just down here. But before we head down to that one, there's 2 more behind us that we're going to go check out first. I'm not really even sure what people buy anymore. Although, one thing, my mum has recently started selling loads of clothes on Vinted and she's actually made quite a bit of money from it. So apparently people do buy clothes. So I think that might be a better option to look out for. If we could maybe find something like a branded thing that's quite cheap, that could be a good deal. I'd imagine women's clothes probably sell better than men's. Oh, that's what I could do as well. Rather than just randomly buying stuff, if I find something, have a look on Vinted first to see what it's selling for, to see if it's actually going to make me any profit or a chance of making profit. Because I've seen other people do something similar before and just willy-nilly buy stuff. Do maybe spending, you know, like 10-15 seconds doing a bit of research to see if there's actually any chance of getting the money back. So in this charity shop, they've actually got some mystery bags, which I am quite tempted by. I don't know what's in them. I don't know if it's a good idea. I probably shouldn't buy one. Just get down, please. But in this shop, they've also got a tombola on as well, which again, probably not the best spend of money, but potentially could get something for £1, which I could sell for profit. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Perfect.
Yep. 0 or a 5. That's an 8. That's a 2. That's a 3. And that's an 8. Never mind. That's the first purchase done. Although I did end up losing on the tombola tickets, so that made the lucky dip worth £4, not 3, which means I've now got even more money that I need to make back. But I wasn't stupid. There was some method in the madness. I did a little bit of research. It turns out the most common woman's size is a size 16, so I made sure I got the size 16 lucky dip bag, giving us the best chance of being able to sell it on. A lot of these charity shops are actually selling like their own merchandise as well. So like stuff that hasn't been donated, but it's actually brand new. And most of it wasn't even that cheap, so I won't be buying any for the video. So that is now item number 2, also purchased. Now this one could potentially be quite good. Did a bit of research while I was in the shop, and it turns out that this potentially could be worth quite a bit of money. So I've bought this collectible coin. Turns out there was a few different varieties of these. Some were made of nickel and some were made from silver. From the brief bit of research I did, I think this could be a silver one, which if that's the case, could be worth about 7 times what I paid for it. Just taking a quick break from making file content and pure profits to give myself a little lunch break. That's lunch sorted, time to get back to thrifting. Those profits are going to make themselves. So we know that clothes do quite well. And we know now from our research that 16s are the most popular sizes. So let's see if we can find anything in a 16 that looks expensive. Any designer shoes? I mean, there's some Clark shoes. No, but they are expensive, but they're already 25 quid. Oh, that's a Disney Elsa dress. It's H&M, but it's Disney branded. 4 quid. Let's have a look on Vinted and see if anyone's selling anything similar. It's literally that same one, and that's only on for £2, so no, that's never mind. So So far in terms of strategy, it seems like we're going with the buy lots of cheap options thing, because I've only bought 2 items, none of which were more than a couple of quid. So this is a bit difficult though, because we think that women's stuff's going to sell better, but I don't really know about women's clothing. So it's difficult to try and find something that might be worth some money. So I've just done a bit of research online, and this game is selling for about £4 to £8. It's only £1 in here, so I reckon we can at least double our money on this one. Just that one, please. Yeah, just one card. Thank you. So I've managed to find a couple of what I think is going to be good items already, but there is one charity shop left to go in before I leave Beverley, and this is the one where I did find that £100 Ralph Lauren chair for £5 a few years ago. So hopefully, fingers crossed, there's something good in there. Yeah. Did you get these, please? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too.
I think I'm done with the shopping now. I've got a couple of good items. I've still got my mystery bag, and I've got my one item that potentially could be worth a lot of money. So it's time to go home, get them listed on Vinted, and see how much profit we can make.
For the purpose of the continuity of this video, I feel like it is important to say that it is actually now the next day. However, there is a very good reason for that. So our potential moneymaker, after doing a bit more research, definitely seemed to think that it could be a silver coin. However, before listing all the items, I want to make sure that it definitely is and get it tested. So we're heading to town now to go to a jeweller's and get it assessed to see if it is genuine silver, and then we'll list all the items on Vinted. Just went to the other shop and they said if you come in here, you'll be able to tell us is that silver or not.
Yeah, if you just want to pop right down over there, someone will be able to.
Yeah.
So, I can test it,
Yeah.
which does cost £10.
All right.
Or I can see if it's got a hallmark, and if not, then I don't know what to suggest.
Yeah.
So it's just copper and nickel on for it.
Okay. Never mind.
I did test it twice just to make sure, but it came up the same both times.
Right. Never mind.
It wasn't good news. Not only did I find out that the coin is actually worthless, it also cost me £10 to do so. So I've basically spent an extra £10 to find out that I wasted £5. So I've now got £15 to try and recuperate from something that's worth about £1. Better get those items listed because I need to make some money back. Now before I go ahead and start listing the items, just a quick reminder of what we actually bought. So I got that kimono wrap style, black flowery thing. We've got the completely now worthless coin that we need to try and get £15 for, the adult card game, the magic set, the inspirational calendar, and in our surprise package we actually had 2 t-shirts and a pair of dungarees. So that's 8 items I've got totally to list. Hopefully we can try and make some money back. That's 1 item down, 7 more to go. Alright, so that is now everything listed up on Vinted. Hopefully it's not too long before I get my first sale. Once I get an update, I will let you guys know. Right, so it's not even been an hour so far since I've listed all the items. Literally, I'm still sat in a cafe where I have put everything up online, and I've already sold the first thing. So the motivational calendar has been sold already. That's 50p profit for the 1 item. Hopefully we can make some more. It's been about 7 or 8 hours now since I posted all of the stuff up on Vinted for sale, and I have just now got home. I haven't checked Vinted since I sold that first item, so I'm going to take a look now, see how the products are doing, see if we've made any money. Right, so I'm about to open Vinted. Okay, it's come straight up on my shop. Let's refresh. Okay, so it's not actually doing too well. Now obviously I sold that first item within about 10 minutes, but I haven't sold anything else since. Got a couple of views on, actually all but 1 of the items has got views on, so that's not too bad. And we've got 2 items that have been favorited. One is our card game and the other one is the coin. I'm surprised someone's interested in that. It's definitely not worth a £5. Overall, not too brilliant at the moment. It has only been a couple of hours though. I'm going to leave it for now. I'll check again before I go to bed and see how we've got on. It's the next day now, and it's been just over 24 hours since I posted all of the items on Vinted. I know I said I was going to do another check-in before I went to sleep last night, but
I forgot. Gonna have a quick look now and see how our items are doing. Hopefully I've sold something else because it wasn't looking too good last time I checked. Okay, right, so it's not brilliant news. Still haven't sold any more items, but we've got a few more views, a couple of favourites. On the card game, that's now got 11 views, 2 favourites. We've still got a favourite on the coin, and the brown women's t-shirt as well has 2 favourites on it. To be honest, I thought this might have gone a bit easier than this. My mum sells clothes on Vinted and seems to do it quite easily. I mean, it's only been 24 hours. I don't really want to reduce the prices of anything yet. Maybe give it another day and see how we get on.
Right, so it's been about 2.5 days now since I posted all the items for sale on Vinted, and it's not going well. Not only have I still only sold the one item, which was the motivational calendar, barely any of the other items have had any engagement either. The most engagement on a single item is on the card game, which has had 14 views and 3 favourites, but nothing else has even had an offer on it so far. Most things have had less than 5 views. To be honest, I didn't think it was going to be this difficult, so I am a bit shocked. However, I've not given up just yet. What I've decided I'm going to do, since it doesn't seem to be working for me, I'm going to have a go on Facebook instead. So I'm going to post it on Marketplace and on some local selling sites and see if anyone picks the stuff up on there. Give it maybe another day or two. Hopefully that picks up and I make some more sales. If not, this challenge has been kind of a flop. I've just posted all the remaining items on Facebook Marketplace. Still left them on Vinted as well, but I thought, try 2 different markets, see if anyone else picks them up. And I know they are only going to be localized here because it's only going to be local people that can come and pick up the items, but you never know. Hopefully we have more luck on here. So I've listed them all on Marketplace just there, but I have decided to bundle the women's clothing together. Nobody was really looking at the individual pieces, so I thought stick them all on for a couple of quid and then maybe somebody will take it as sort of like a job lot, car boot sale, or maybe someone just wants a few extra clothing items themselves. Seems like more of a deal, so fingers crossed I have some luck with it. I'll check back in again tomorrow, hopefully with some better news. As you can see, I'm in the car at the moment. I'm actually on my way to go film another video. I've been really busy today. I've been at work and I've not had a chance to check the Vinted or the Facebook Marketplace yet. So let's do that together. Fingers crossed I've sold something else because this really isn't going well at the moment. Okay, so no shock to me at the moment. Probably no shock to you either. I've got absolutely no changes whatsoever on any of the Vinted items. I haven't checked Marketplace either though, so I'm going to have a look on there now. Fingers crossed it's done us some good. Okay, so not only have I also not sold anything on Facebook Marketplace as well as on Vinted, the items on Marketplace have performed significantly worse than on Vinted. I have got the magic trick set that has got no views whatsoever. I've got the card game that also has got no views whatsoever. The job lot of women's clothing has only got 5 views. No one has saved it and nobody has messaged me. I was really not wanting to have to do this, but I think I'm going to have to just reduce prices because this is not going anywhere near as easy as I thought it was going to. I'm going to drop prices. I'm going to give it another 24 hours and see how it goes, and if not, we might have to just call it quits and take a loss. So I've just gone onto my Vinted and I have reduced the price of everything by like 50p, a pound, £2, depending on what I was charging for the items in the first place. I've not bothered doing it on Facebook Marketplace because, to be honest, that seems like an absolute flop and I don't think that's going to do anything for me anyway. I'll give it another 24 hours and I'll check back in with you tomorrow. Fingers crossed we've actually sold something. I definitely didn't think this was going to be this difficult. So it's almost been another full day now since I reduced the price of the items on Vinted and I was almost about to give up. However, I've just had an email to say that I have sold one of the items. So we're going to have a look together and we're going to check and see what it is that we've sold. So it's the Dirty Mind adult card game. So I've sold that one for £3. So I think I bought that one for £1. So that's £2 profit on that item. So with £2.50 in profit, well, we've made £2.50 off those individual items. We're still actually well off making a profit, but it's starting to pick up. I've sold another item. I'm going to get that posted. I think, you know what, that's given me a bit of a boost. I'm going to give it another 24 hours before calling it quits. So hopefully, with another day left, we can sell some more products and hopefully start to get some more money back. It's been about 4 days since that last clip and it's not good news. I've had barely any more interest in any of these items. No more favourites. Barely any more views, and the only 2 things that I've still sold have been the calendar and the adult card game. As much as it kind of kills me to say, I think I'm going to have to call it quits. I really didn't expect it to go this way. I actually thought this was going to be quite an easy way to make money. This video itself was inspired by Mr. Ed Chapman, who
seemed to have a lot more success than I did when he made this video, so I'm going to blame him for my lack of profits. But to answer the question from the beginning of this video, is it possible to make a profit from a charity shop? No.